What the hell?
The stagecoach is coming! The stagecoach is coming!
Howdy.
This is the third time this month. You know, you really should give the depositors a chance to build up their accounts.
Huh?
Good luck.
Hey, I've got a job. What'll it be?
You know, I would really love a gin and tonic. Slice of lime, cracked ice. Whiskey.
Okay, Bill. Okay, all right.
Get out! Get out!
I can strike it rich tomorrow, Bill. Let me give you an IOU.
I am done working for IOUs, and I'm done working for Ross. Here's a refund.
See?
Why, Harry Bob Ferguson. What a terrific surprise.
In all fairness, I must confess, I've never actually considered you to be much of the reader type, per se.
I need a big damn book.
Oh, a big damn book. Well, super. We certainly have a few of those. But if I might, have you found that you've been more in the market for a coffee table brunch display kind of impress your guest kind of a thing? Or you're leaning more towards a bedside, flip right through it before you go to bed number? Like a chocolate? Oh, not another word. I'd like to recommend one of my very favorite authors to you, a woman named Jane Austen. This is a writer of just wonderfully exquisite prose. And of course, as you can see, it's a big damn book. Oh, Pride and Prejudice. Hi, Bob. I think you can get more than a run for your money out of this one.
How much?
Well, I think $2 is a fair price.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How much for just the pride?
Well, actually, one does hate to break up the set.
All right. But I've got to test it first.
I beg your pardon?
Where's your outhouse?
It's in the back.
What'll it be?
Oh, I don't know. I'm a mess. What'd you have in mind? Whiskey. What a surprise.
That there's the Ferguson place. Let me help you down here, ma'am. Are you sure about this?
Quite sure.
Well, goodbye. And good luck.
Excuse me. Hello. 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 My name is Lindsay Thurlow.
Huh?
The mail order bride. Which one of you is the groom?
None of us could afford a bride on his own, so we all just sort of pitched in.
This is completely unacceptable.
My contract was signed by,
Mr. Clayton Ferguson.
He's in the barn.
thank God. Thank God.
Billy, come back here, darling! I was only joking! Women!
They're always arguing.
Right.
Well, what'll it
Whiskey.
Hey, Ferguson, raining out there? I thought we was in a drought.
You got a problem there, mister?
Yeah, these are my cows. You see? They say Phil's cow. And, hey, I'm Phil. They were stolen from me about two nights ago.
You must be mistaken. I bought these cows last year in Dodge. Of course, you got a problem with that. We can settle it right here.
That's life, huh?
I don't much like being called a cattle rustler.
I don't blame you.
Take 10 paces.
So I tell you what, I'd love to, but I can't because, you know what, I'm anti-handgun. So, let's see. Look, what do you say we just flip for him, huh?
I said take 10 paces, turn, and start shooting.
It's the cows. What, am I crazy? What have I been thinking? I'm a sheep rancher.
Start walking. 1, 2, 3, 4. What comes after 4?
4.5.
4.5, 5, 8, 9. The hell he go?
I can't face another wounded teller with a workman's comp claim. I can't stand it anymore.
He actually took the book to the outhouse and used it as toilet paper.
No more IOUs and no more rocks.
I hate it.
What on earth were we thinking? I mean, why in the world did we ever come out here to begin with?
Why don't we go back?
What?
Yeah, back east, back home, back. Come on.
You're talking crazy, Phil.
Oh, am I?
Of course you are. You can't go east.
Why not?
Because.
Why?
Because it's against the code.
Exactly, because it's against the code.
It's again, what code?
You know very well what code. The code. The West.
Oh, the code of the West. Isn't that the same code that says,
The only good Indian is a dead Indian.
and die with your boots on? Wait a minute, I got another one. If someone steals your horse, you hang him. That's some code. Hey, this is quite a code. Let's just stay here. What a
Admittedly,
code.
it's not a very enlightened ideology.
But leaving would be like giving up.
That's exactly what it would be, Ben. Giving up. So let's just give up. let's get out of here. Let's get ourselves a wagon master and go home. Let's go east. What do you say?
I say you're a bunch of gutless, lily-livered, yellow-bellied eastern sissies. All your duns that you got here is whine and complain. Now, why don't you go back and leave the West to the real men?
Well, actually, I could have the books on the wagon really quickly, and the cappuccino machine, you know, is going to travel like a dream.
Henrietta misses her family back east, and maybe First National would hire me back. I can't believe
Take care, my girl. Settle
Wait.
my IOUs.
Wait. We need a sign
Sign?
from the Lord.
Actually, sign would be terrific.
Oh, that's right. You need a sign from the Lord. Hey, see, come on. Really, there's your sign. When was the last time it rained here, huh?
That's not a sign. It's just rain.
See, that is a major sign.
I'll say. It's just the wind, Phil.
Talk Rome, Phil. Oh, dear.
That's the sign.
Who's he?
Stranger. Smells like whiskey.
Well, he's certainly come to the right place, hasn't he?
I don't recognize him.
Easy, slick. You ain't a customer yet.
Stop.
James H. Harlan.
Wagon master.
Sure you're not hungry?
I don't eat meat when I'm drinking.
Look, I know he looks a little unsteady, but I'm telling you, there's something about him, something in his eyes.
Those are blood vessels. The man's a drunk, Phil.
It could be pink eye. There's a lot of that going around. Listen, could you go through that route again for us? Huh?
Follow me. Gentlemen, this is the Southwest Territories. We're gonna start right here. Here's Chimney Rock. Or here's Devil's Gate. No. This is Platte River. Now I know where I am. Yeah,
Can't you just use a map?
I don't use maps, Earl.
Ben!
Ben, I got it all up here, where it counts.
That's what I'm afraid of. Can we go, Phil?
Listen, hold on. Let me get this straight. This Dutch oven's gonna be our first campsite, right? Huh?
Oh, my God.
Right. Right next to the Pawnee Nation. No, that can't be the Pawnee Nation. We're not that unified. Pawnee'd be more like this here muffin tin.
You can't be serious, Phil. We cannot entrust the lives of our families and friends to this drunken lunatic. With all due respect.
Respect. Taken. Oh, mister. I don't blame you for doubting my abilities. You'd be a fool not to. Been a drunk for the last 20 years. But I know this land. I just need a chance. It ain't about the money, I'll leave that to you. But you folks, you need a wagon master. And well, I'd like it to be me.
Well, I guess you're our man, Harlow.
Thank you, Jerry.
Well, actually, it's Phil.
You won't be sorry. Ladies. We leave at dawn. Noonish. Hey,
Hey, that looks like a wagon master to me.
People ready, Mr. Taylor?
Yes, sir.
All right, mount your wagons! Wagons! Ho!
Wagon master! Yoo-hoo! Yoo-hoo!
When I say wagons ho, that's the signal that y'all pull out and follow me.
You're going the wrong way.
Yeah, but be fair, Ben. You know, we never told them where we were going.
Is this some sort of guessing game?
No. We're going east.
East.
Do you have a problem with that?
Well, I don't know. Don't hardly seem right. I've always gone west.
Well, we're going east. Do you want the job or not?
Wagons! East!
Bye, Julian.
Gentlemen, if I could have your attention for a moment, please. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, as you well know, the success of our transcontinental railroad depends upon the success of the land rush scheduled for the 4th of July. President Grant has made it clear. If the population isn't built up in the West, we don't get any more money to subsidize our railroad. Tom, let's hear your report.
People are camped on top of each other. To use their terms, they're chomping at the bit and rearing to get as soon as they receive the go-ahead on July the 4th.
Wait. Before we count our chickens, listen to this telegram from a couple of our agents out west. Have learned of a wagon train planning to head east. Repeat, east. 5 wagons in all. Possible trend? Stop. Please advise. Now, gentlemen, I submit to you, there goes the West.
I just hope it's not too late to give Washington back $100 million.
Quiet! Let me see that.
Will you take that off already?
Can't believe my father's a quitter.
Will you stop saying that? I'm not a quitter. Really, just because a man decides to quit, that doesn't make him, you know. Well, I guess it does, doesn't it? All right, then I'm a quitter. But there's no shame in quitting. I mean, this country was founded by quitters. English quitters, French quitters, German quitters. And for your information, if it were not for quitters, no one would start anything. And buckle up.
Howdy, Phil.
How you doing, Zeke?
Say, what's that wagon master feller's name again?
You mean Harlow?
Harlow. Yep, that's him, I reckon. He's been gnawing at me ever since I first set eyes on him. You don't forget somebody like that.
Well, what did he do?
That's the only part I can't remember. I know it was something really good.
Yeah?
Or really bad.
Oh. Well, you must remember something.
Oh, it'll come to me. You can be sure of it. Maybe not.
Howdy, ma'am. I didn't properly introduce myself. The name's Harlow. I'll be your wagon master.
I'd say the jury's still out.
Pretty quick to judge a man, aren't you?
My line of work, it takes no time at all.
Well, I'd like to prove you wrong one day, ma'am.
Oh! My doll!
Excuse me, ma'am.
Ma'am?
Come on.
How many wagons did we start with, Phil?
5. Why? Did we lose one?
Nope. Gained a couple. Shoot, we're turning into a movement.
Hey, how do you like that?
I don't like it one bit. Fix this. Not now, you nincompoop.
JP, you know, they have just picked up a few stragglers, 1 or 2 wagons. They're clearing out the dead wood for us.
Dead wood. Yes. I'd like to clear out some dead wood from around here.
Yes.
You're dismissed, Medley.
Dismissed? What's... Sir, I'm with the company 20 years.
Not fired, you sniveling idiot. Dismissed. Now get out!
Oh, yes, of course.
Wait a minute, wait a minute.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Take a letter.
I'm just going to use your pen.
No, you're not going to use my pen.
No, I'm not going to use your pen. I'll just listen. Go ahead. I'll remember. Mm-hmm.
Okay, address it to Mr. John Slade.
Mr. John Slade.
Somewhere on the High Plains.
Somewhere in the High Plains. Mr. John Slade, somewhere in the High Plains.
Dear Mr. Slade.
Mr. John Slade, somewhere in the High Plains. Dear Mr. Slade.
Something of great importance has arisen that requires your immediate attention.
Requires your immediate attention. Dear Mr. John Slade.
Oh, easy, Mr. Slade, easy. Pony Express. I got a telegraph for you. If I could get you to sign right here. Usual signature you have there. Well, just 2 more stops and I'm done for the day. Which way's Abilene?
That way.
Okay. And, what about Denver?
Dead ahead.
It's been 2 hours, for God's sake.
Oh, come on, Ben. Let's try to be fair about this. There's a fork in the road. This is a very important decision. The man's got to use all his instincts. He's got to, you know, get the lay of the land. You know, the angle of the sun, the position of the moon.
Which way are we?
Huh!
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, which way do we go, huh?
That way.
You sure?
I know which way we're going.
Wagons! Ho! That's enough already.
I know which way we're going.
Come on, Ben. It was his first mistake.
It was his first decision. Let's just hope there aren't any more forks in the road.
I sure hope there ain't no more forks in the road. That's the last time I listened to you. I told you to wake me up.
Are you all right, miss?
Oh, yes, I'm fine.
Well, no, you're not. You're crying.
It's the Fergusons. They're driving me mad. I've been staving off their advances since we left Prosperity.
Well, you don't have to stay with them. You could ride with me.
Thank you. I couldn't.
Ma'am, you don't owe them anything.
Yes, I do. My family accepted money from them in exchange for my hand. We've got a contract.
Well, that's just not fair. What in the hell are they doing over there anyway?
Well, they're lighting their pots afire. What else?
Going, Harry?
Halt! Who goes there?
Just wanted a cup of coffee.
I ain't never seen you before.
I'm the new guy.
Oh, sure. The new guy.
Vultures! Someone's gonna die.
Honey.
Where the hell's the river, Harlow?
We're almost there.
You said that 2 days ago.
It was a day and a half, Ben.
My wife's dying of thirst.
Oh, no, I'm fine.
Look there. The two sisters.
What?
Two sisters, the Sweetwater's on the other side.
Did you hear that? Water!
Oh, dear.
Sweetwater, huh?
What the heck is this?
Yeah.
This ought to be good. Yeah.
River must have changed course. I guess a lot of things change in 20 years.
We trusted you.
I never trusted him. I say we string him up.
Hot damn. I get his boots. Go find a tree, Junior.
I found the tree last time.
Last time?
There ain't no trees around here.
Well, then I say we bury him alive. Go find a shovel.
Run, Harlow!
Come back here now.
Harlow, how deep is it?
Pretty deep. Just a little sandbar over here.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Come on now.
Honey, please keep 2 hands on the reins, huh?
Stop telling me how to drive.
Sure, that's it, Bill. Yeah. Easy, easy. Come on.
Now you shut up, man. I ain't asked you no question. Just shut up. Clayton, you stop. Clayton, wait for me. Clayton. I'm gonna get you for this.
We're almost there.
I don't believe this.
What are you looking at? Come on now.
Man, you people are crazy.
Crazy? What do you mean crazy? Because we risked our lives crossing a river instead of staying on the other side? Because we have faith in ourselves? Because we believe in a wagon master who gave us the courage and the confidence to do things we never thought we could have done?
No, because most people use the bridge.
If river crossing any indication, see little reason to worry. Stop. Party seems certain to self-destruct. Stop. Will proceed with plan, however. Stop. Slade.
Little reason to worry. Ha! Ha! It's not his money, is it?
No, sir.
I want those defectors eliminated. And if Mr. Badman Slade can't do it, by thunder, I'll find someone who can.
Yes, sir.
I'm going down to Washington to do some lobbying. I want that Wagons East movement monitored very closely in my absence.
Yes, sir.
Well, how do I look?
Fat, sir. Rich, sir. Oh, rich. Fat with money.
Jeremiah's on my side.
You kids cut it out right now.
Jeremiah's
started it. Jeremiah started it.
Stop it!
No!
Hey,
Quit it!
come on.
Why do you have to come along anyways?
Because he's your brother, dear.
Are you sure?
I will have your mother turn this wagon around right now.
Are we there yet?
I am warning you two.
Dad,
What is it, Prudence?
I have to go to the bathroom.
Why didn't you go with Dead Horse Bend?
I didn't have to go to Dead Horse Bend.
Can you hold it till the Devil's Skillet?
No! Turn around.
Wagons! Ho!
Buckle up. Hi.
Huh? I think I should have gotten off back there too.
Hey, thanks. You got a problem, kid?
No, no problem at all.
Thanks.
The map can't be wrong.
I know how to get to St. Louis, and this ain't the way.
He knows the way, Ben. Well, as I recall, the river wasn't exactly where you thought it was going to be, was it?
Phil?
Phil?
Well, now, Harlow, I know you don't put much stock in maps, but I think we have to trust the, United States Army.
Why?
Yeah, why? Oh, I don't know. I guess because it's considered more reliable than a stack of skillets and muffin pans.
He got us across the river, didn't he?
That's right, he got us across the river.
Oh, the river! Let's talk about that decision.
Yeah, we should have strung you up back at the river.
Yeah,
well,
we
ain't too
should.
late to do it right now.
Wait a
Let's
minute.
string them up now.
That's just fine. You people don't listen to nothing anyway. You're just like the...
Who?
Who, James?
Yeah, who?
Never mind.
Yeah, never mind.
Let's see.
Well, never mind yourself. Oh, never mind you. Oh, never mind you. Never mind. Never mind. I told him to never mind. I don't care you tell him. Don't ever tell me to never mind.
Wait! What?
Yeah, I remember.
What?
Harlow. James Harlow.
Yes, Zeke, we know his name.
But he did something really, really bad. Like one of those horrible acts against nature that are just seared into your brain like a hot brand. What was it? Damn. I wish I could remember.
Zeke!
But I bet it's eating away at him, sapping his confidence, clouding his judgment.
Hey, look, I thought it might be a good idea if we, took a break from the pressures of the trail, If we shared our feelings as men with other men, in the hopes that if we got some of this old business off our chests, it might make our journey a little easier.
Phil, what the hell are you talking about?
Just share something personal with the group. Some defining moment from your past. I don't know, a joyous memory, broken dream. Who'd like to go first? Harlow?
Why don't you start first, Phil? This is your meeting.
Yeah, it's your meeting, Phil.
I guess I could start us off. Bet a lot of you guys don't know that back in St. Louis, I used to be a surgeon. I used to work in in a field hospital during the war. It was a nightmare. Boy, we'd work day and night, we'd never sleep. We would eat while we operated. Once there was this young soldier I was trying to save, you know? He took a cannonball to the stomach. It was a mess, you can imagine. And after 18 hours of surgery, I did it.
Of course you did.
I never felt better in my life until, just like that, the patient dies.
Oh, yeah.
Turns out I left half a bologna sandwich in his lung.
That's enough!
Well, put a shake in my hand and made it impossible to ever pick up a scalpel again.
Hey, I got a better story than that.
Go, Clayton.
Oh, go right ahead, Clayton.
I love my brother.
I don't know if any of you fellas remember what it was like to be 13. You know,
Sure.
the springtime of your life when the grass is greener, the skies are bluer, and you couldn't stop yourself from pulling the wings off every butterfly you saw. And just about every time you got within 100 feet of a female, put a little pup tent in your britches. So anyway, one day I'm doing some chores for old lady Connors.
That old hag.
There she is taking her nap on her bed with her teeth in a glass right next to her and her mouth kind of slung open. And I figure, what the heck, you know, it's a free country.
Hey, well, Clayton, you can finish the story the next time.
No, this is the best part.
You know, Mary's husband disappeared for 2 hours last night.
I know, I noticed that myself.
Disappeared.
I saw her wagon rocking the other night.
Well, do you think it was she or the husband?
Oh, I did.
But he's such a good man.
Oh, please, but that woman...
Ladies, listen. As long as we're all gonna be on this trip together, I think it's time that we got some things out in the open. Now, I've heard the gossiping and the whispering. And if there's something you want to say, why don't you say it to my face?
What's it like? How much money did you make? How do you stay awake?
You don't actually blow, do you?
Blow what?
Just sort of airblowed out.
Ladies. Oh, well, I'll tell you anything you want. Oh, yeah, you, Henrietta.
My husband told me that the largest piece ever recorded was 4.5 inches. Is that true?
So, Harlow, you sure there's nothing you'd like to share with the group?
About what?
Phil, I got one.
I got one.
About these
I
two
got
dogs
one.
that were stuck to...
I got one.
Oh, Harry Bob, terrific.
Oh, looky here, Harry Bob.
When I was 10 years old, I killed my best friend, Tommy Hanley. All the folks in town thought he died falling out of a tree. But the fact of the matter is, I beat him with a club, then drug him in the woods so it looked that way. I have no idea why I done it. Thank you, Doctor. I feel better already.
We knowed it was you, Harry Bob.
No, you did not neither. Yeah, we did. You did not.
We knew it.
No, you didn't.
Oh, we did.
No, you did not.
Actually, it's very Santa Fe, with the conflicting earth tones and the primitive motifs. But no, the whole thing's a bit busy for me. How about you, Zeke?
Huh? What does it mean, Harlow?
Sort of a signpost. A message to us from the Sioux.
The message is what?
Well, it more or less means if you can read this message, you've come too far.
Oh, I can't read.
Where have you led us, Harlow? Oh, shut up, Ben, really. Come on, Harlow's instincts were right. He was following that stupid map that led us here.
Where is here?
Indian country?
Oh, great. Just what we needed to know.
Read it.
Hollow's gonna
Quiet
You gotta
down.
believe in him.
Quiet down. Quiet down. I said quiet.
The man said, quiet down!
You be still now.
All right.
I better take off my pants.
We're gonna survive in Indian country. We're gonna start thinking like Indians. Now, the first thing we're gonna do is take off our boots and walk barefoot, just like the Indians.
I thought Indians wore moccasins.
Well, Ben, we don't have any moccasins.
Excuse me, James. I actually brought a pair for summer wear. I really think they'd just be perfect.
Julian will wear moccasins, and the rest of us will go barefoot. Next, we'll wrap all the metal riggings on our horses and wagons. Anything that rattles in cloth to muffle the sound. We'll travel by night and hide out by day. We'll make camp in an arroyo so that we're hidden from view. No campfires. We'll all sleep on the ground, just like the Indians. I'm up. I'm up. I'm up. I'm up. I'm up. I'm up. What is it? Oh. Uh-oh.
Excuse me. Good morning. You speak English?
Dakue. Champag miampi kilena. Nachmatima hinaji wicha. Yakia kateyua.
Iti wanji. Hampikche ka u.
Hier. Hier. Nachni.
You've gotten us in enough trouble, Harlow. I'll handle this.
You want to shave a buffalo butt and dance naked with a beaver?
You speak English. That's great. We want to travel east to the land of the rising sun.
Skip the euphemisms. I know which way east is.
What did I do?
Omakiake na! Now we won't hear na pa! Takia yape kaya kitelo! Ha! Lecture kitela!
Ate, toskeita pitka huo. O hanko is an hiana. Lila wichaya zaka huo.
Makoche un kitawape ke ihanke hetia awache an yampi kitelo.
Ye hecha waste walake. An hiana wichaya.
Washicho kilina dokea ya piki. Ekta epe wichaya pikitelo.
Ate, lila winitko. Ake Beijing witko yata hahua. Tokiani, awicha. Inila. Skaoyate kilena. Uyahana patakia glapikile. Wicha pitampo. I bet you aje makacho kila gluhak pikatela.
Te cool. Hey, haki lero. One blocky yellow.
Ate. Lakota oyate ki. Iha wicha yakino.
Mia imatokasni. Lecha glapi ki he iomakipi kitelo.
Ate. Iwaho mieyelo.
Oh, mi chase. Suzecha se. Wicha ishkayo. Wia se snia da snihani.
No, I'd like you to keep it as a gift from me to you for your help.
News Scapula. Here. News Scapula. Wow, a Colt 45. Get up,
We ain't got no more fuel. We ran out of coal about 2 hours ago. You what? Yeah, I forgot to tell you. I was afraid of what you might do to me.
That's all right. We'll just tear this church down and burn the wood for fuel.
No, please, whatever you do, don't harm my church.
Shut up, preacher man, or I'll set that silly hat of yours on fire, too.
Sir.
I told you never to disturb me at this hour.
Oh, I am so sorry, sir. But we've been getting some reports that some of the homesteaders are having second thoughts about the land rush. Apparently, the word about the wagon train is spreading. What about that wagon train, sir? That Slade has not been very effective.
Fortunately, I have a backup plan.
Ah.
And they should be just about there.
So, what brought
brought you out west, Julian?
Oh, the men. I just heard it was chock full of them.
The man?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, I get it. I guess because men read more books than women, right?
Yes.
Here you go, Millie, darling.
Oh, that's great. Thanks. Hell, look at you, Julian. What'd you see, a mermaid? Cold water usually does the opposite to me.
Harlow, you've been so good to me.
Just doing my job, man.
Listen, I was thinking maybe you'd like to come to my wagon tonight and we can talk or something.
Man,
Did I say something wrong?
No, ma'am. You didn't say anything wrong. It's just that, well, you see, fact is, I don't get paid to St. Louis, and as much as I'd like to, I just can't right now. But I will when I can, when I have what I don't have now.
What? Well, I didn't mean as if I'd consider it you gimpy old drunk.
Ma'am?
Oh!
Hey, you know something? Whatever we are to the world, we're heroes to them.
You could be Phil. No way. I'd rather be Harry Bob than Phil. Want to be Harry Bob then? Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Come on. Look at the way.
Belle,
Harlow?
I'd just like to apologize for the other day. I don't know why.
Oh, no, Harlow. It's me that should apologize. I had no cause to get righteous on you like that. I mean, it's what I've done for the past 5 years.
Well, we've all done things in the past we're not proud of. At least I know I have. Well, I'd just like to say that,
No. Harlow.
Well, ma'am,
it's okay.
Ma'am, I would like to say it, because you deserve it, ma'am. I'd just like to say that I don't think of you as just a...
Oh, Harlow, that's so sweet.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening to you.
Constance? Phil? I finally figured out where I knowed him from.
Wait, I want to hear this too. Hi, Constance.
Hi.
This better be good.
I met him in Fort Bridger back in '46. He was wagon master for a certain party going to California.
What party?
Damn if I can remember.
Zeke, you're killing me.
I keep thinking of reindeer.
Reindeer? You mean like Dancer and Prancer?
Nope. Name some more.
Donner and Blitzen?
That's it. The Blitzen party.
The Donner Party?
Oh, yeah. That's it.
The worst wagon train disaster in history? Where all those people froze to death in the Sierras?
And they say those that survived, well, let's just say when they had their friends for dinner, they had their friends for dinner.
I hired the wagon master from the Donner Party. Huh?
So now, if he survived, you suppose he had to eat?
Zeke! I knew it the minute he said he didn't eat meat.
Ben, look. Those were very extreme conditions, right? Yeah. I mean, who knows how any one of us would have survived all that, you know, all that snow, right? So, I say, we just keep this amongst ourselves, huh? I mean, there's no sense in alarming the others.
Right. But what about me? I'm alarmed.
There's nothing to worry about.
Unless, of course, it snows.
For Christ's sake, Zeke. It's June! Shh!
Oh, my. Looks like Christmas came a little early this year, Phil.
Jesus! Must be a storm, huh? Hey, Zeke. I know what you're thinking. Stop it. It's crazy.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. It's snowing. We're marooned.
Ben, you're overreacting.
Hey, where's he going?
How do I know? Maybe, to shoot a little game.
Oh, my God!
Look, there's no reason to get crazy. Hollow's our friend.
They were all friends at Donner Pass.
Oh, my God!
Get a doctor. I am a doctor.
Come and get it! Come and get it!
Get out of my way. Look out.
We'll be ready in 1 more minute.
I like it rare.
Where did you get this anyway?
Put some in the Carlo. Oh, how nice.
Me and my brother, we got dibs on the rump.
Where the hell is he anyway?
Oh, man, I'm waiting.
You know, I haven't seen Clayton today, actually.
I'm so hungry. Give me some of the little bit of the...
Oh, my God! Don't eat that!
I'm sorry, Clayton.
You're sorry? Whoever stole my Millie's gonna be really sorry.
Oh, Millie, super.
It's a very big...
Hey, give me, Julie. What? Me, here we go, Zeke.
Thanks.
What?
Oh! 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 Mister, you look like you've been blowed out of a cannon and landed on a barrel cactus.
The name's Slade. John Slade.
Harlow. James Harlow.
Slade. That name sounds real familiar.
Let's not start that again, Zeke, huh?
Oh!
9, 10, 11, 12.
Hey.
Could be. I don't know if my mom and pa were married. Killed my pa before I could ask.
Mr. Slade. Hi. Phil Taylor. Pioneer. Listen, boy, how did we come to this, huh? I mean, you're counting your bullets, and we're we're saying our prayers, and it's happened so fast, you know. Whew. I mean, what if you you took a moment for yourself, huh? You know, like a timeout, if you will, huh? You know, you think about maybe saying, hey, maybe I don't want to plug these guys in the back of the head, huh?
I like you, Phil.
Oh, well, I like you too, Slade, very much.
Tell you what. I'm gonna shoot you first. And save you all that painful anticipate.
Okay, stud. Ease the hammer back nice and slow and give me the weapon.
Julie.
The name's Slade.
Super. Here's an idea then. Why don't you spell it out for me so I can get it right on your tombstone?
Your move, boy.
Sissy boy? Oh, please. That is so Dodge City.
You're gonna die slow. Real slow.
All right.
What was that?
The warning shot.
Warning shot. You think a warning shot's gonna scare me?
It should. It's actually lodged about 6 inches in your tummy.
Wow. You're good.
I know. I hear that all the time. Listen, Pumpkin, you've really got to get yourself some medical attention. Those gut shots have the nastiest tendency to fester. I'm really sorry we had to meet this way.
Son of a gun.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Slice, slice, slice. Lift.
Everybody is going on about this Wagons East movement. There's rumors of crop failure and cholera, rustlers and Indians. They're teetering on the edge, sir. I think we might lose them.
I'll talk to them.
I tried, sir, and they just won't listen. Now with Slade dead and your backup plan, whatever happened to your big backup plan?
Oh, who the knows? They're probably dead drunk in some cow town someplace. No more amateurs. Calling in the cavalry.
Great. And who would that be, sir?
Oh, it's a group of men on horseback who wear blue uniforms and yellow scarves and sabers and guns. Don't you know who the United States Cavalry is?
Yes, of course I do, sir. I thought you were using a figure of speech. Which, of course, sir, you're not.
Well, bad news. Big trouble. Let's just keep that to ourselves.
So what's the news? Cavalry's coming. They come to stop you.
Come stop us? What sense does that make? That's ridiculous. Come on.
Well, my hunch is this. That big land rush they got coming up on the 4th of July? Well, I don't think they want us spoiling their fireworks.
But we're so close to St. Louis.
All the more reason not to chance it.
All right, listen.
Listen.
Why are we even here?
I say we all move on.
Who's wagon master here?
We hired you. We can overrule you.
Absolutely. I'm telling you, I've got a bad feeling about this.
Oh, the same bad feeling you had when you led the Donner Party?
The Donner Party? Hello?
I don't get it.
Harlow was the wagon master for the Donner Party. Before he became a vegetarian.
Weren't you, Harlow?
Isn't that right, Phil?
Yeah, thanks, Ben. Thanks very much. You know, it's really a little unfair. You know, you can't condemn a man, based on Zeke's memory, really.
What memory?
Tell him it ain't so, Harlow.
It was so scared everybody.
That isn't us. Stop it. Shh.
Cavalry.
Oh, it's cavalry.
I go first. These lieutenant parts, mister.
What do we do?
Hi, Lieutenant.
Hello.
As of 0800 this morning, This assembly has been officially classified as a federal insurrection. I have orders from General William H. Larchmont to instruct you to either turn back or face the consequences.
What exactly are the consequences?
Well, you know, your standard U.S. cavalry massacre. He can explain. You have 24 hours to decide.
Excuse me, is that 24 hours from right now?
Yeah, we'll give you that.
Well, what time do you have?
Well, what time do you have?
2:25?
Well, then 2:25 it is. Have a nice day. Nice seeing you again. Let's move out. Oh, great. Nobody's listening. Wait up, fellas.
Damn, I should have said it was 2:30. Oh, what's the difference? Well, at least they gave us the full 24.
Oh, like that really matters.
It's my brother. He's been shot. My leg! My poor little brother.
Oh, God.
My poor little brother.
What happened, Clayton?
He was right in the middle of biting off a chaw of tobacco when...
Yeah?
I shot him.
Excuse me?
Hey, it was my tobacco.
That's a good reason.
Anybody here know how to remove a bullet?
Honey?
Phil?
Can't do it. I can't pick up a scalpel.
How bad is it?
Only a flesh wound.
Aren't you gonna help Mr. Ferguson, Daddy?
Yeah, all right, come on. Gotta move him. Hurry up.
Easy.
Be gentle. Bring him over to my
got it.
wagon.
Come on, help.
We'll
Get
give
him
you a
up.
lot of hot water and plenty of towels.
I don't just drop you
right
right
away.
I don't need any more help. Yeah, well,
You
I'll
just
shoot
shot
you
me,
again. Ah! What do you call yourself a doing, Doc?
Scalpel.
Scalpel?
Yeah.
Scissors.
My God!
I did it.
Way to go, Bob.
I got in there, and I forgot about all my fears. It was like old times. The knife became like an extension of my hand. The blood, the tissue, none of it bothered me.
Dr. Taylor, I am so proud of you.
So my brother, he gonna walk again?
Oh, about that Clay, you know, these flesh wounds can be pretty tricky. You know, things happen, there are complications.
You had to amputate?
No. The leg is fine. A little stiff.
Oh, now that's to be expected.
Well, you know, actually, Clay, the leg is not the only part that's stiff. Actually, his whole body is kind of, well, he's dead.
Dead?
But he wanted you to have this, huh?
My tobacco.
Thanks, Doc.
Arlo.
Sorry, sir. You were delirious. If you want to slap me back, more than welcome to.
Lieutenant,
Yes, sir.
I was dreaming.
Yes, you were.
Did I say anything?
Well, you mentioned Harlow.
Harlow!
You two have some sort of history together, sir?
No! Yes, we do. It was about 20 years ago when Harlow led the Donner Party, and I, rightfully so, appropriated many of his horses and most of his supplies for my raid on the Mexicans. While his pathetic attempts at rescue failed, of course, I rode on to glory and became a colonel. The others, well, they froze and ate each other.
Oh, gee.
Luck of the draw, Lieutenant. Just the luck of the draw. But this is just the kind of thing that the press likes to blow way out of proportion. Especially in light of a presidential campaign.
It's official, sir?
Yes, Lieutenant. It's official. Damn that Harlow. Thought he drank himself into oblivion years ago. But no matter, I'll take care of him tomorrow. The secret dies with him. No one else knows.
Except for me.
Who told you? You did, sir. Very observant, Lieutenant. Very observant. But now I think you have two choices. Use your head and accept a plum position in my cabinet, or search for your brains by the light of the candle.
Good night, Mr. President.
Good night, Mr. Secretary. Are the men in bed?
Well, they were, sir. I don't know about now.
Good. All right, Lieutenant.
Tuck you in, huh?
Yes, sir. I think a bedtime story would be in order, don't you?
All right, sir. Just one, okay? Just one tonight. Very late, sir. What do you want to hear? Indian Joe meets the Talking Rock?
Well, the Colonel's favorite is the lone pony on the high plains, isn't it, Colonel?
All right, then Lone Pony it is.
Hit me.
Damn, this boy can drink. I need a few more customers like him.
Say, Dusty, you hear about that wagon train heading this way?
Yeah, a bunch of degenerates and murderers. There's talk about them massacring settlers all along the trail. Pillaging and raping like it's nobody's business.
They say they're letting the Indians sleep with our women.
Well, they're gonna get theirs. There's a rumor that the 7th Cavalry's gonna wipe them out. And they're sending in that crackerjack General Larchmont to make sure the job is done right. Let's have one for the 7th Cavalry! To the good general!
How am I doing?
Well, they're still behind you.
You know, the last time I was on a horse at the carousel in St. Louis, I was thrown. Cavalry. Oh my God. Whoa. Circle the wagons. Circle the wagons.
Hey, Phil, I got an idea.
Keep those wagons around. Get them around.
Phil, you know how you white guys are always circling in on wagons? Makes it easier for the cavalry to go around you. Why don't you square the wagons? See, then the cavalry would have to go in wide circles.
Square the wagons. Square the wagons.
Square the wagons. Square the wagons, whiteys. Square the wagons? I don't get it.
Billy! Billy!
Miss Lindsay, get back.
So this is what it looks like in here.
How do they walk in these things?
I like the heels. Big steak.
What are you doing?
It's filthy!
I'm hiding behind it.
Hey, what do you think you're doing with that? Huh? Thank you. All right, everybody stay down. Stay down. I'll wait for my command to fire. And remember, no matter what happens, no one could take away what this trip has meant to us, huh? I did it, honey. I got in there, and I forgot about all my fears.
Dr. Taylor, I'm very proud of you.
I didn't properly introduce myself. The name's Harlow. I'll be your wagon master.
Julian, would you mind scrubbing my back? Ever since that broke through me, I just can't seem to reach it too good.
All right, Lieutenant, let's sound the attack. I want my bighorn.
Sir, are you sure we really need the bighorn?
Of course, you idiot! It instills fear in the hearts of the enemy and saps their strength, turns their bowels to jelly. Where's my bighorn?
Sousa!
Yes, sir!
Sound the charge.
All right, then, let's kill some people. To glory!
Damn it. Honey, is that manual under the seat?
Go get him, Dad.
They're not shooting, Lieutenant. Why aren't they shooting?
Sir, these people aren't renegades, they're just settlers.
Fool. That's what they want you to think.
They're women and children.
Just settlers.
I ain't shooting. Yeah, me neither.
Is that Mr. Harlow?
Where?
It's Harlow! It's Harlow!
Harlow.
Let's go. Hope I'm not too late to join your little party.
All right, men, let's forget about the settlers and shoot him. Fire when ready.
Easy, boys. Now, you may get me, but I'm gonna take your fearless leader with me.
What should we do, sir?
Taylor, sir. Smith, have your men form a human shield around me. The rest of you men shoot Harlow.
General, sir, I'm calling you out.
I've handled tougher men than you, Harlow. Lieutenant, shoot him.
I'd like to, sir, but I'm afraid my hands are tied. He's called you out in front of the men. It's a, you know, Western thing.
A Western thing, you say?
General, sir, I'd like to help you with your dismount.
Why, thank you, son. Like a pretty fair punch there, Harlow.
Be careful! One for me! Go! Go, Harlow!
Yeah, that's right, you heard me!
Fix this wagon, Harlow.
Squeeze his thing into his head.
Good job.
Hold your hands. Keep up, Harlow. Keep your hands up, Harlow. Oh, no, go. Duck, Harlow, duck.
How long do these things usually last?
How would I know? I'm getting kind of hungry.
Can I go play, Daddy?
Sure, sweetheart.
You're losing them, Harlow. You're losing them. Where are you going? I mean, he needs to... Good. Stay down. Stay down.
It's like a vanilla wafer?
Yes. Harder. Harder. Push. Push hard.
Get up!
Okay, hon. Let's go have some pie. You want? Oh, yeah!
Television, Harlow.
I knew you'd do it, buddy.
You have a seat, you big hero.
Today, we open the bounties of our glorious land to the common man. So look to the west, for therein lies your future. Where the humble wagon wheel
What is it?
goes today,
Looks like a wagon train.
locomotive will follow.
But they're heading east.
There's no turning back. Citizens!
That look good?
My hair look white to you, son.
You got white in your beard. I thought...
You come back and see me when you've got some mink.
I don't know.
Get my hands on that little kid that scalped me.
Look at this, Dad.
Oh, Jeremiah, put that away.
Showed initiative. Make a fine officer one day. Makes me proud to be scalped by a boy like that.
Listen to me. Pay no heed to those fools. They're dunderheads. They're going the wrong way. You've got to listen to me. Land for the taking. Your time is now. Rushers, get ready. That's not now.
About
Wait a
time.
minute, not right now. Stanley!
Should we tell him?
Nah, they wouldn't listen anyway. But who knows? Maybe it'll work out for them.
Harlow. Evening, gentlemen.
Evening.
I'd like to thank you both for, well, for believing in me.
We never doubted you for a second, Harlow.
Not once?
Honestly?
Yeah.
Oh, the river crossing.
Yeah.
And the fork in the road.
Oh, yeah.
The Indian camp.
Uh-huh.
And that whole thing.
I gotta get going.
Oh, hey, come on. Please, without you, we wouldn't even be here. I'll tell you something else. When I ride into St. Louis tomorrow, I'll be thinking of James H. Harlow, Wagon Master Supreme.
We'll miss riding with you, Harlow.
I appreciate that. I truly do.
You know what? I wouldn't mind down the line, maybe getting a chance to see you again, huh?
I look forward to that, Phil. Especially since I haven't been paid yet.
We have...
I thought we'd wait until St. Louis. He could still get lost.
Don't you wish that,
That this would never end.
yeah. But, I guess, it's
Yeah.
it's
I
over.
guess.
Yeah. Unless,
Yeah?
no.
Unless?
No, I'd be wrong.
Oh, no, Harlow. I think I know what you're thinking, and it definitely wouldn't be wrong.
Really?
Yes.
You mean
Yes.
that we could go back and start all over again?
No. Definitely wrong.
Or
Or?
we can hook up and go north to Canada. I hear it's warm there all year round.
Harlow. Oh, Harlow. Oh.
Look, a shooting star. Quick, close your eyes and make a wish. Well, what'd you wish for?
If I tell you, it won't come true.
Quick!
What was that?
It's Clayton Ferguson.
Oh, my God.
Talk about your bad luck.
What do you figure the chances of that are?
Where are you headed, Julian?
Well, you're gonna laugh, but I've been talking to some people here, and they all seem to think I may have given up on the West a little too soon.
What could possibly be out there for you?
San Francisco?
So long, my friends. Remember, if you're ever in my country again, I'll have to kill you. I'm serious.